Hi everyone and welcome to Readings in English. This channel is dedicated to exploring the beauty and complexity of the English language, from its rich history and diverse dialects to its ever-evolving vocabulary and grammar. We'll delve into everything from classic literature to modern-day slang, analyzing texts, discussing linguistic quirks, and celebrating the power of words. English, a global lingua franca, boasts a captivating history, absorbing influences from countless languages throughout its evolution. This rich tapestry of influences has resulted in a language that is both incredibly diverse and remarkably adaptable. Whether it's the lyrical cadence of Shakespeare, the sharp wit of Oscar Wilde, or the vibrant slang of modern-day social media, English offers a kaleidoscope of expression. But mastering this language can feel daunting. Its irregular verbs, seemingly endless vocabulary, and subtle grammatical nuances can present significant challenges. That's where this channel comes in. We'll be tackling these challenges head-on, providing engaging content that will help you improve your English skills, to expand your vocabulary, and gain a deeper appreciation for the language's intricacies. We'll be exploring different aspects of the English language through various mediums, from book reviews and vocabulary lessons to grammar explanations and pronunciation guides. Today, we're starting with something special. A captivating story that showcases the power of language and the enduring strength of family bonds. This narrative is a testament to the importance of understanding and communication, even across linguistic and cultural barriers. It's a journey of discovery, resilience, and ultimately healing. The story follows Sophia, a young woman who embarks on a quest to decipher her grandmother's diary, written in a language she doesn't understand, English. Her journey will take her on a path of self-discovery, unearthing family secrets and forging unexpected connections. It's a story of love, loss, and the enduring power of family, told in the very language that once seemed so distant and unreachable. Get ready to be captivated. The attic air hung thick with the scent of forgotten things, dust motes dancing in the lone shaft of sunlight slicing through the grime-coated window. Sophia coughed, waving a hand in front of her face. The air tasted of vanilla and age, paper, a ghostly echo of her grandmother, Elara. Elara, gone now for 2 years, leaving behind a silence that seemed to press down on Sophia like the weight of the forgotten trunks and discarded furniture surrounding her. The house itself felt older, heavier, burdened by absence. Sophia ran a hand along the dusty spines of forgotten books, the rough texture a stark contrast to the smooth surface of the worn wooden chest nestled in the far corner. It was locked, a small brass padlock glinting faintly in the dim light. A faint inscription, barely visible beneath the layers of dust, hinted at its contents. Elara's memories, the key, if there ever was one, was lost. The weight of the chest, when she managed to heave it open, surprised her. Inside, nestled amongst faded silk scarves and yellowed photographs, was a leather-bound diary, its pages brittle with age. Its cover was plain and marked except for a small, almost invisible, silver clasp. The language, however, was not. It was written in a flowing script she didn't recognize: English. English, a language that remained a distant, untouchable world to Sophia. The silence of the attic was broken only by the frantic beating of her heart. A wave of longing, a profound sense of loss, washed over her. She ached for connection, for understanding, for a glimpse into the life of the woman who had shaped her own. This diary, this locked box of secrets, held the key. The diary lay open on her desk, a small lamp casting a warm glow on its aged pages. Sophia traced the elegant cursive script with a trembling finger. The words were beautiful, elegant, foreign. She knew a handful of English phrases gleaned from tourist brochures and television shows. But this was different. This was a story, a life unfolding in a language she couldn't understand. Frustration warred with a burgeoning determination. She'd spent weeks trying to decipher even a single word, her attempts ending in a mess of frustrated sighs and crumpled dictionaries. She started with the simplest things, the occasional English word she recognized, names, dates. Slowly, painstakingly, she began to piece together fragments of sentences. She found an online English-Portuguese dictionary and started translating. The process was slow, laborious, but each translated word felt like a small victory, a tiny crack in the wall of her ignorance. She learned to recognize patterns, to guess at meanings based on context. She found the English language to be both frustrating and fascinating, a puzzle she was determined to solve. One evening, while working on a particularly challenging passage, a friend, Maria, dropped by. Maria, a fluent English speaker, observed Sophia's struggle with a mixture of amusement and concern. Seeing the diary, Maria offered to help. Initially hesitant, Sophia finally agreed, a tiny spark of hope igniting within her. Maria's gentle guidance proved invaluable, not only in translating the words, but also in understanding the nuances of the language. The first few pages reveal glimpses of her grandmother's youth, a lively, spirited young woman, full of dreams and aspirations. A secret smile touched Sophia's lips. This was just the beginning. With Maria's help, Sophia's progress accelerated. Each evening, they would meet, Maria patiently explaining grammar rules and vocabulary, correcting Sophia's pronunciation, and celebrating each small victory. Sophia devoured English learning apps, immersing herself in the language through podcasts and online courses. She started with simple phrases, then moved to sentences, and eventually to paragraphs. The initial frustration gradually gave way to a sense of accomplishment, a growing confidence in her ability to understand and communicate in this new language. The diary became her constant companion, a portal to a past she was only beginning to understand. She learned about her grandmother's childhood, her dreams, her first love, her disappointments. It wasn't just a collection of words. It was a life unfolding before her eyes, a vibrant tapestry woven with threads of joy, sorrow, and resilience. Sophia felt a profound connection to her grandmother, a sense of intimacy that transcended the barrier of time and language. She started to understand Elara's character, her strengths, her weaknesses, her hopes, and her fears. It was a journey of discovery, not just of a language, but of herself and her family history. As Sophia delved deeper into the diary, the entries became more personal, more revealing. She learned about Elara's struggles, her sacrifices, the difficult choices she had made. There were stories of hardship and resilience, of love and loss, of dreams deferred and dreams fulfilled. The diary wasn't just a record of events. It was a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Sophia discovered that her grandmother had a secret, a hidden part of her life that had never been shared, a hidden love affair, perhaps a hidden child. The diary hinted at a past tragedy, a secret that Elara had carried with her for years. This discovery added a new layer of complexity to Sophia's understanding of her grandmother. The more she learned, the more questions arose, fueling her determination to unravel the mystery. The diary's cryptic entries now felt less like a collection of words and more like a coded message, a puzzle waiting to be solved. The language, once a barrier, now became a tool, a key to unlocking a hidden past. Sophia felt a growing sense of urgency, a need to understand the full story, to know the truth. The weight of the past felt heavy, yet exciting. The pages whispered secrets, and Sophia was finally beginning to listen. The cheerful tone of the earlier entries in Elara's diary had vanished, replaced by a somber, almost melancholic prose. Sophia's English comprehension, once a struggle, now flowed more easily, allowing her to grasp the nuances of her grandmother's emotional state. The diary entries spoke of a growing sense of isolation, of betrayal, and of a profound sadness that seemed to permeate every word. Sophia learned about a relationship, a passionate and intense connection that ended abruptly, leaving Elara heartbroken and disillusioned. The details were fragmented, obscured by the passage of time and the emotional turmoil of the writer. Names were mentioned, but only partially, creating a sense of mystery and intrigue. Locations were vague, offering only glimpses into a past that felt both familiar and utterly foreign. The more Sophia learned, the more questions arose. Who was the person Elara loved? What happened to end their relationship? Why had Elara kept this part of her life hidden? These questions gnawed at Sophia, fueling her determination to find answers. She began to research, poring over old family photographs, searching for clues in the faded images. She spoke to distant relatives, seeking any information that might shed light on her grandmother's past. But the answers remained elusive, buried beneath layers of silence and unspoken truths. The shadows of doubt began to creep into Sophia's mind. Was she truly understanding her grandmother's story, or was she only seeing a distorted reflection of the past? The diary, once a source of comfort and connection, now felt like a labyrinth, a maze of cryptic clues and unanswered questions. The weight of the past pressed down on her, a heavy burden of secrets and unanswered questions. This new information brought a wave of uncertainty. The diary felt less like a comforting link to her grandmother and more like a puzzle box full of bittersweet memories and painful truths. The final entry of this section ended abruptly mid-sentence, leaving Sophia with a profound sense of unease and a burning desire to continue reading. The emotional intensity of the last entries left Sophia breathless. The language, while now largely understandable, became even more nuanced, filled with subtle implications and unspoken emotions. Ilara's writing shifted. The elegant script became hurried and erratic, reflecting her inner turmoil. Certain words and phrases, while technically comprehensible, eluded Sophia's full understanding, their deeper meaning lost in the mist of time and cultural context. She found herself needing to delve deeper into the linguistic subtleties of the English language, moving beyond simple comprehension to a more profound understanding of its idioms and cultural undertones. This meant more time with Maria, more late-night study sessions, more frustration, and more breakthroughs. The weight of the untold story pressed down on Sophia. She felt a growing urgency to decipher the remaining entries, to uncover the truth that lay hidden within the diary's pages. The process was slow, painstaking, and emotionally taxing. Each new word, each new sentence, brought her closer to understanding her grandmother, but also brought with it a new wave of questions and uncertainties. The diary was no longer just a historical document. It was a living testament to the complexities of the human experience. It was a journey into the heart of a woman's soul, a journey that Sophia was undertaking alone, armed only with her growing command of the English language and her unwavering determination to understand her past. She started using online dictionaries that provided etymological information, enriching her understanding of the word's historical context within Ilara's writing. This added another layer of depth to her research. Sophia's English improved significantly. She could now confidently navigate complex sentence structures and understand the subtle nuances of Ilara's writing. The diary entries revealed more about the relationship that had so profoundly impacted her grandmother's life. She discovered the man's name, James, and learned about their passionate courtship, their shared dreams, and the sudden, inexplicable end of their affair. The diary entries offered fragmented glimpses into their life together, stolen moments, whispered conversations, shared laughter, and the eventual heartbreak. It was a love story, but one marred by secrets and misunderstandings. Ilara's writing revealed a woman torn between love and duty, between her heart's desires and the expectations of her family and society. The narrative was full of emotional contradictions, reflecting the turmoil of a woman struggling to reconcile her desires with the constraints of her reality. Sophia found herself empathizing with Ilara's struggles, understanding the pain of unrequited love and the burden of unspoken secrets. She began to see her grandmother not just as a distant figure from the past, but as a complex, flawed, and ultimately human being. She started to understand the sacrifices Ilara had made, the compromises she had accepted, and the strength she had shown in the face of adversity. A chilling discovery awaited Sophia amongst the final pages of the diary. Tucked within a loose leaf, almost hidden from view, was a faded photograph. It depicted a young Ilara, radiant and smiling, standing next to a man who wasn't James. The man's face was partially obscured, but Sophia recognized the familiar glint of her grandmother's eyes reflecting in his. Beside the photograph was a small, intricately folded piece of paper written in a shaky hand. It was a letter written in English, but filled with coded phrases and symbols that Sophia initially couldn't decipher. It was here that Sophia realized the full depth of her grandmother's secret. This was not simply a hidden love affair, it was something far more significant, something that had shaped Ilara's entire life. The letter, combined with the photograph, suggested a hidden child, a secret family member, a life Ilara had kept hidden for decades. Sophia felt a wave of shock and disbelief, followed by a surge of determination. She needed to understand the truth. She spent days, weeks even, poring over the letter, researching historical codes and ciphers, using online tools and consulting experts to decipher the cryptic message. The process was slow and painstaking, but each clue she uncovered, each symbol she deciphered, brought her closer to understanding Ilara's hidden past. The letter spoke of a child, a son, given up for adoption, a decision made out of necessity, out of a desperate need to protect her child and her own reputation. The details were heartbreaking, revealing a sacrifice made out of love and desperation, a secret carried for a lifetime. The weight of this revelation was immense, causing Sophia to question everything she thought she knew about her family history. She felt a profound sense of empathy for her grandmother, understanding the burden of the secret she had carried. It also raised a whole new set of questions. Who was this child? Where was he now? The search for her grandmother's hidden past had now become a search for a lost family member, a quest that would take her on a new, unexpected journey. The emotional impact of this discovery was profound, leaving Sophia with a mix of sorrow, understanding, and a renewed sense of purpose. The diary, once a source of simple familial connection, had now revealed a complex web of secrets and sacrifices, transforming her understanding of her grandmother and her own identity. Armed with the knowledge gleaned from the diary and the decoded letter, Sophia embarked on a new quest, the search for her long-lost uncle. The letter provided a few clues, a name, a possible location, and a time frame. Sophia's command of English, once a tool for understanding her grandmother's past, now became a vital instrument for navigating the complexities of genealogical research and contacting potential leads across continents. She spent hours online poring over census records, birth certificates, and adoption documents. She used online genealogy databases, meticulously piecing together fragments of information, each small discovery fueling her determination. The search was challenging and often frustrating. Dead ends were frequent, and false leads were plentiful. There were moments of despair when Sophia felt the weight of the task, the vastness of the unknown. But her determination never faltered. She persevered, driven by a deep-seated need to connect with this missing piece of her family history, to understand the full story of her grandmother's life. The process wasn't just about finding a name. It was about understanding the choices Alara had made, the sacrifices she had endured. It was about acknowledging the pain and the love that had shaped her family's history. Sophia's research led her to a small town in a distant state. She booked a flight, a mixture of excitement and apprehension swirling within her. The journey wasn't just geographical, it was a journey into the heart of her family's history, a journey that would lead her to a new understanding of herself and her place in the world. Sophia arrived in the small town, a place that felt both foreign and strangely familiar. The town itself seemed to whisper stories of the past, its quiet streets and weathered houses echoing with the weight of time. She found the address mentioned in the letter, a modest house nestled on a quiet residential street. Her heart pounded in her chest as she approached the door, a mixture of anticipation and trepidation filling her. She knocked, and a moment later the door opened. A man stood before her, his face etched with the lines of time, his eyes reflecting a familiar sadness. He looked at her, a flicker of recognition in his gaze. He was older than she expected, his hair silvered, his shoulders slightly stooped. But in his eyes, Sophia saw a reflection of her grandmother's strength and resilience. He introduced himself as John, and in that moment, a lifetime of secrets and unspoken words finally came to an end. The reunion was not a dramatic outburst of emotion, but a quiet, tender exchange, a slow unfolding of a relationship that had been denied for far too long. The conversation was halting at first, filled with unspoken questions and hesitant answers. But as they spoke, a connection formed, a bond forged across decades of separation. John shared his own story, his own struggles, and his own search for his mother, a woman he had only known through faded photographs and fragmented memories. He had spent years searching for her, never giving up hope. Sophia listened, her heart aching with empathy, understanding the shared pain and the shared longing. The reunion was not a simple resolution, it was a beginning. It was the start of a new chapter, a new relationship, a new understanding of family, of history, and of the enduring power of love. The initial awkwardness of their reunion quickly faded, replaced by a growing sense of connection and understanding. Sophia and John spent hours talking, sharing stories, and piecing together the fragments of their family history. John, having lived a life separate from the family he never knew, had built his own life, his own identity. He spoke of his joys, his sorrows, and his regrets. He also spoke of a deep-seated longing for connection to his roots, a yearning that had driven him for years. Sophia listened, her heart filled with a mixture of sadness and relief. She saw in him a reflection of her grandmother, a strength and resilience that had allowed him to overcome adversity. Their conversations spanned days, filling in the gaps in their family's history. They discussed Alara's life, her choices, and the sacrifices she had made. They explored the complexities of their relationship, acknowledging the pain and the love that had shaped their lives. The discovery of John wasn't just a resolution to a family mystery, it was a catalyst for change. For Sophia, it was a bridge to a deeper understanding of her heritage and a stronger sense of self. For John, it was a chance to finally connect with the family he had always longed for. They started to build a relationship, a bond forged through shared history and mutual understanding. Sophia helped John connect with other relatives he didn't know existed. She shared photos and letters from her grandmother's diary, further enriching his understanding of his mother's life and the circumstances that led to his adoption. They began to explore the complexities of their family's past, acknowledging the pain and the love that had shaped their lives. This newfound connection brought a sense of peace and closure to both of them. The discovery of John and the subsequent reconciliation had a profound impact on Sophia's life. The sense of loss and isolation she had felt after her grandmother's death began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of belonging and connection. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, a stronger understanding of her identity, and a deeper appreciation for her family history. She realized that her grandmother's secret wasn't a source of shame or embarrassment, but a testament to her strength, resilience, and unwavering love. Alara's sacrifices had allowed John to have a life that was now interwoven with Sophia's. The healing process wasn't immediate, it was gradual, a slow unfolding of acceptance and understanding. Sophia started to process her own emotions, acknowledging the pain she had carried and allowing herself to grieve the loss of her grandmother, while simultaneously celebrating the newfound connection with her uncle. The experience of learning English had been transformative, not just linguistically, but emotionally. It had allowed her to access a part of her family history that had been previously inaccessible, bridging the gap between generations and cultures. The language had become a tool for healing, a means of connecting with her past and shaping her future. She continued her studies, pursuing a deeper understanding of the English language and its rich cultural context. This journey had allowed her to connect with herself, with her family, and with a world she had previously only glimpsed from afar. The newfound connection with her uncle was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of family bonds, regardless of time and distance. Sophia decided to translate her grandmother's diary into Spanish, ensuring that future generations of her family would have access to Hilara's story. This was a labor of love, a way to honor her grandmother's memory and preserve her legacy. The translation process wasn't just a mechanical exercise, it was an act of remembrance, a way of reconnecting with Hilara's voice and emotions. Sophia poured her heart into the project, ensuring that the nuances of Hilara's writing were captured in the translation. She enlisted the help of Maria, whose expertise in both languages ensured accuracy and sensitivity. The translated diary became a family heirloom, a cherished possession passed down through generations. Sophia also decided to share her story with others. She wrote a blog post about her journey, detailing her grandmother's secret and the process of uncovering the truth. The post resonated with many readers, who shared their own stories of family secrets and reconciliation. She received numerous messages from people who had gone through similar experiences, expressing gratitude for her honesty and vulnerability. This unexpected response fueled her desire to share her story even further. With the past finally understood and reconciled, Sophia embraced the future with renewed energy and purpose. Her relationship with John blossomed, strengthening the family bonds that had been severed for so long. They started planning family gatherings, bridging the gap between the branches of the family that were previously unknown to each other. Sophia continued her studies, pursuing a career that combined her love of language and her passion for history. She also became involved in community projects, using her skills to help others. The experience of uncovering her family's hidden past had instilled in her a deep sense of empathy and a desire to make a positive impact on the world. Sophia's life had been transformed by the discovery of her grandmother's diary. The journey had been challenging, emotionally taxing, and at times overwhelming. But it had also been rewarding, enriching, and ultimately transformative. It had taught her the importance of perseverance, the power of connection, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. The secrets of the past had been revealed, not to judge or condemn, but to heal and understand. And in the process, Sophia had discovered not only her family's history, but also her own identity and purpose. She was no longer defined by the silence of the past, but empowered by the knowledge and understanding she had gained years past. Sophia, now fluent in both English and Spanish, became a respected translator and historian, specializing in family histories and cross-cultural narratives. She used her skills to help others uncover their own family secrets, offering guidance and support to those navigating similar journeys of discovery and reconciliation. She often recounted her grandmother's story, inspiring others to confront their own pasts with courage and compassion. Her work became a testament to the power of storytelling and the importance of preserving family legacies. She published a book based on her grandmother's diary, Elara's Echoes, which became a bestseller, translated into multiple languages. The book was not just a personal narrative. It was a powerful exploration of family secrets, cultural differences, and the enduring bonds of love and forgiveness. It resonated with readers worldwide, prompting countless conversations about family history and the lasting impact of the past on the present. John thrived in his newfound relationship with his extended family. He established close bonds with Sophia and other relatives, creating a rich tapestry of family connections that had been missing for so long. He found solace and fulfillment in his rediscovered heritage, embracing his past with a newfound sense of belonging. The family began to hold annual reunions, celebrating their shared history and the enduring power of familial love. These gatherings became a testament to the healing power of forgiveness and the strength of human connection, bridging the gap between generations and cultures. Sophia and John worked together to establish a foundation dedicated to preserving family histories and supporting individuals navigating similar journeys of discovery and reconciliation. The foundation provided resources, support, and guidance to people seeking to understand their family's past and build stronger family connections. It became a beacon of hope, offering assistance and encouragement to those seeking to heal from the wounds of the past. The Foundation's work was a fitting tribute to Elara, a testament to her resilience, her love, and her enduring legacy. Sophia's story became a symbol of hope, demonstrating the power of uncovering the truth and the transformative potential of family reconciliation. Decades later, Sophia sat in her sun-drenched study, surrounded by photographs, books, and the translated copies of Elara's diary. The scent of age, paper, and vanilla still lingered, a comforting reminder of her grandmother's presence. She smiled, watching her granddaughter, Elena, carefully tracing the faded script on a page from the diary. Elena, now fluent in both Spanish and English, was embarking on her own journey of discovery. Researching her great-grandmother's life, the circle continued. The legacy of Elara lived on, not only in the written word, but in the hearts and minds of her descendants. The family's history, once shrouded in secrecy, was now a source of strength and connection, a testament to the enduring power of family bonds. Sophia reflected on her own journey, the challenges overcome, the truths uncovered, and the healing that had followed. She realized that the true legacy wasn't just the knowledge gained, but the relationships forged, the understanding achieved, and the love that had bound them together. The family had healed, the past had been acknowledged, and the future held boundless possibilities. Sophia watched Elena, a mirror image of her own youthful curiosity, her eyes reflecting the same determination and passion that had driven Sophia years ago. She felt a profound sense of peace, a sense of completion. The journey had been long and arduous, but it had led her to a place of profound understanding, self-discovery, and lasting connection. The story of Elara, once a source of mystery and pain, had become a source of strength and inspiration, the testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It was a story that would continue to be told, passed down through generations, a living legacy that would endure.